The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. If you have been keeping up with the news, then you should be fully aware of the fire going on in LA. When people hear LA, they tend to think that everyone who lives there is rich and famous, which is not the case. Watching Amphibia should have taught y'all that. And you know, when an incident that affects numerous communities happens, people will say whatever the fuck they can as a way to sound smarter than everyone, and you know, not actually do anything to help the cause. But what I have noticed through all of this is that y'all don't actually care about eating the rich. You care about eating people who have a job. Not having a job is not beating capitalism, alright? Do you all not seem to understand that? It's pretty clear you don't, so let's talk about it. Specifically with the animation industry. Plenty of those who work in the animation industry are not rich. Hey y'all, it's Hariana and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Hariana and welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. I am the captain. You are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. No one's worthy of being the first mate. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Hariana and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Today, I just wanted to get on here and rant about something that pissed me off. That's honestly what I do a lot here on this channel. And it has to do with the people not fully understanding the term eat the rich. But I specifically want to highlight what is going on with the workers in the animation industry. Plenty of them have lost their homes because of this fire. I will have links down below for ways to support them, and there will also be resources down below too if you are interested in wanting to help this tragedy. It's actually really sad right now, and now is not the time to be celebrating somebody's house getting burned down. What is wrong with y'all? But one thing I have also noticed when it comes to this is that a lot of people don't fully understand that just because somebody works in the entertainment industry, whether they work in music, whether they work in live action film, or they work in entertainment, or they work in the fashion industry, or they work in the book industry. This is more so jobs where people are making work that is presented to the public, where people themselves are presented to the public. A lot of people have this assumption that because if you have an art-based job, and when I say art-based jobs, I mean jobs that have to do with making entertainment or making clothes, making things for people to look at, that you have a lot of money. And that necessarily isn't the case. Well, yeah, these people may be working in a creative field, that automatically doesn't mean that they are super duper stinking wealthy rich. Which moves me back to talking about the animation industry, where plenty of the people who are here are working paycheck to paycheck. That's why I think a lot of people need to actually sit down and listen to these people and, you know, hear them out about how they are making their income. Because let's actually sit here and break it down. I am somebody that is known for going to conventions. Like, a lot of people know me because I go to cons and stuff like that are in the South United States. A lot of these conventions hire voice actors, they hire animators, they hire comic book artists, pretty much everybody that makes art or contributes to making this art. They go to cons pretty regularly. A lot of them make a con appearance every single weekend. And that usually has to do with the fact that this is what helps them pay their bills. A lot of these people are living paycheck to paycheck, or they're like probably 3 paychecks away from having a disaster. It's pretty clear that these people enjoy what they do, as they do like meeting fans at these cons and all of that and seeing them cosplay the characters that they voice, but also at the same time they have to do this for income. This kind of is a part of them being in the comic book industry, but here we're talking specifically about like the animation industry. And I briefly mentioned comic books too, because I noticed that there is a lot of overlap with how the workers in that industry make their money, and it's very similar to those in the animation industry. So while these people are out here traveling across the United States to work at these conventions, sign those autographs, take those pictures, do those voiceovers, they usually do have to come back to Los Angeles. They have to come back to LA to work, because you want to know why? A lot of jobs in the animation industry aren't necessarily remote, and most of the jobs in the animation industry in general are located in Los Angeles. I have been pretty open about my involvement with the film industry, and I'd say like the live action film industry, it is a lot more bigger than I'd say the animation industry. The animation industry is so small compared to it, because there is part of the animation industry that is in New York. That is some information that I have learned, but most of the jobs, like Los Angeles, it's a lot easier for you to get a job over there in Los Angeles. I think there is going to be a place in New York for it, but I still gotta do my research on it. Like I said, if you know, comment down below. Y'all know I'm always here gonna listen. But it's not like how it is with live action. The live action film industry, they'll have like bases here like all over Georgia, and then they'll have some down in Florida. They will film all over the southern United States, and it's kind of easier for people to work in live action film than it is animation, because they're able to live in different places. But with the animation industry, they want you to live right there in LA. And because the people who are so passionate about this, they migrate to Los Angeles. They move there. They work all the types of jobs that they can get to pay the bills up until they're able to get that animation job and then keep being steady with that. And then also, I would like to mention that a lot of people that work in the animation industry, they have not been able to get work. Like, a lot of them have been out of work despite the fact that there are numerous animated products that have been coming out. One thing a lot of people don't seem to get is that when one project ends, you basically don't have a job. Like, when one project ends, you have to go and find another one to go and work on. Usually people are able to find another job while they are coming to the end of the one that they have. But when one production stops, yeah, and if you ain't found nothing else, yeah, you unemployed. And you know, we tend to talk about hustle culture and grind don't stop and yada yada yada. People have to do this in order to survive. A lot of people have to do this to pay their bills, because for those of you guys who don't know, not everyone who works in the entertainment industry is just a single person on their own. A lot of these people have kids. A lot of these people are married. A lot of these people live with their families and they help to support them. I have met numerous people who work in the entertainment industry over the years, and I guarantee you most of those individuals are not rich. Yes, some of them may have a little bit more money to spend than others, but overall, they are not rich. Many of them are not millionaires. Nobody over here is a fucking billionaire. So let's get that straight. On top of the fact that their prices for their art, for their autographs, all of that jazz are pretty reasonable. Listen, I don't like rich people as much as the next person. And when I say I don't like rich people, I'm talking about people like the Kardashians, people that are very much well off and never have to work another fucking day in their life. Trust me, I get it. But y'all are taking jabs at the wrong people. I am going to read you guys a piece regarding Eat the Rich, and then I will come back and elaborate how this don't apply here. Eat the Rich is now a rallying cry against an overly capitalistic economy that encourages the rich to become richer while the poor starve. People such as the world's richest man, Jeff Bezos, are the cautionary tale of success. For while Bezos' philanthropic efforts have helped many people, he has notably donated less money than other billionaires to the point that some consider him unethically wealthy. At current cost, Bezos could cover the cost of direct care expenditures for every cancer patient in the United States for the next 30 years and still have plenty left over. Eat the Rich is directed towards people like Bezos and their wealth hoarding. This hoarding lifestyle has a tendency to promote outrage, especially when people like Bezos derive so much of the wealth from the labor of lower wage workers. This is, in part, the reason of the enormous wealthy minority holding an incredibly majority of the world's money pool. According to Forbes, the top 1% of the United States households hold 15 times more wealth than the bottom 50% combined. Eat the Rich comments on money hoarding, who gluttonously bathe in billions, a fraction of which could easily end world hunger. Yeah, people like Bezos, I'd even throw the Kardashians in there too. They always gonna kick licks from me, okay? Those are the people that you need to be mad at. Not that person who's working in the entertainment industry who has had to work super duper hard to get everything they have that could easily be taken away from them in a disaster. Your enemy is not that person who works in the entertainment industry that's living paycheck to paycheck. And yes, I understand that there have been issues with the animation industry regarding wealth hoarding, and that y'all mad at the wrong people again. Y'all need to be mad at the CEO, not that person who works in this industry living paycheck to paycheck and happy to do a whole bunch of shit on the side to pay their bills. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it at that. All the links to that stuff will be down below if you guys want to support. And this really isn't a video for me to be promoting my stuff and all of that in there, but all of my stuff will be linked down below if you're interested in that. I have decided to leave my little commercial last at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you next time. Goodbye.